All right, here we are, the final chapter of Exodus. And let me tell you, this isn't just tying up loose ends. This is the grand finale. This is the moment everything, from the escape out of Egypt to the law at Sinai, everything has been building towards. It all comes together right here.
And this really gets to the heart of the whole book, doesn't it? I mean, after God saves his people and gives them the rules for living, what's next? What was the whole point? It sure wasn't just to leave them to figure things out on their own. No, the final step was all about relationship, about God's incredible desire to actually live with his people. And this chapter, this is the beautiful, breathtaking answer to that question.
So, the story picks up on a very specific date, the first day of the first month, right on schedule. And on this day, God gives Moses the final set of instructions. It's basically, okay, it's go time. Time to assemble the tabernacle, this holy tent that's about to become the dwelling place for the presence of God himself.
And look how orderly this is. God doesn't just say, put the tent together. He gives a precise step-by-step blueprint. First, the structure and the ark. Then, you arrange all the holy furniture. After that, you anoint everything, setting it all apart as sacred. And finally, you consecrate the priests. You see, this was never just a construction project. This was a holy preparation for an encounter with the divine. You've really got to grasp this. Nothing here was random. Every single hook, every curtain, every piece of furniture, it all had a divine purpose. It was all a reflection of the holiness and the perfection of the God who was about to, well, move in. All this meticulous details just screams how incredibly important this moment is. So the divine blueprint has been delivered, and now the whole narrative shifts. The focus moves from what God said to what Moses did. And this next part is just an incredible picture of what happens when we align ourselves perfectly with God's will. This verse right here, it becomes the chorus for the rest of the chapter. Thus did Moses. It's so simple, but it's so profound. It means total, unwavering obedience. Moses didn't add his own flair. He didn't cut any corners. He did exactly what the Lord commanded.
And you can see this incredible pattern play out in the text itself. It's almost poetic. For every single command that God gave, chapter 40 shows us the exact corresponding action from Moses. It's this beautiful rhythmic call and response that just proves how faithful Moses was in preparing the way for God's presence.
And get this, that phrase, as the Lord commanded Moses, shows up 8 times in this one chapter. 8 times. Now, you know the Bible doesn't repeat things by accident. This is like a giant flashing sign, shouting one incredible truth. That kind of perfect obedience is what prepares the way for us to experience the presence of God. So because of that perfect obedience, the stage is now set. The physical work is done. The human part of the deal is fulfilled. And you can almost feel all of creation holding its breath, just waiting for God to respond. What a powerful, simple sentence. After all the instructions, all the building, all the setting up, it's done. Moses finished the work. The human part of this divine partnership is now complete. And then it happens. A cloud, that same cloud that had been guiding them, the very sign of God's presence, it descends and just covers the tent. Can you imagine the silence that must have fallen over the entire camp as they watched this happen? Just total awe. This is the moment. This is the payoff for the entire book of Exodus. The visible, tangible, real glory of God himself comes down and fills the dwelling place they prepared for him. God kept his promise. He has come to live among them. But here's the kicker. The glory is so pure, so powerful, so overwhelmingly holy that not even Moses, the man who spoke with God as a friend, he couldn't even go inside. It's just a stunning reminder of the sheer majesty of God. His presence is amazing, but it is also awesome and powerful in a way we can barely comprehend. Now, this whole incredible event wasn't just some one-time dedication ceremony. Nope, this was the beginning of a whole new reality for Israel. God's presence was now going to be a constant, visible guide for their entire journey. So what did this new reality actually look like out there in the wilderness? Well, during the day, it was all about that cloud. Their whole life was now directed by God. The rules were simple. When the cloud lifts, you pack up and you move. If the cloud stays put, you stay put. That's it. God basically became their divine GPS, a constant, visible sign of his leadership every single day.
Okay, but what about when darkness fell in that huge, empty wilderness? Don't worry, God had that covered too.
At night, that cloud became a pillar of fire. Just imagine the comfort that would bring. In the middle of a dark, scary desert, there's this massive beacon of light reminding you, I'm right here. It was a constant, glowing sign that God was watching over them, protecting them, and everyone could see it. And so the book of Exodus ends with this incredible fulfillment of God's promise. He literally made his home among his people. He was dwelling with them. And that one act changed everything, their identity, their journey, their entire future.
And that really leaves us with something to think about, doesn't it? What does it truly mean to live with the constant, undeniable knowledge that God is with you? Just think about the comfort that brings, but also the responsibility. What kind of transformative power does that reality have, not just for ancient Israel, but for us right now?